If there were 3 success factors in the world of sales, what would they be and why do you need to know? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you and success factors. So if you had to break sales down and success down into 3 main categories, here's what they are. The first one is pay attention. And so many times I go to sales classes, I might be in front of a room, I might be taking a class myself, and I see people show up and they have no ability to take notes. They have no ability to remember. And so I look and I'm like, wow, you paid all this money to be here. I went to a high-level mastermind. It was like 10 grand a person, okay? And I'm looking around, and of the people in the room, probably 20% just sat there and they watched and they listened. And I'm like, man, you must have a really good memory because you're not really paying attention. And then their cell phone would ring and they'd play with their watch. Then they get the money out of the deal, and then they were the first people to complain, okay? So first thing, pay attention. Second thing, now that you've paid attention, what you got to do is you got to go out and you implement. You got to go put pen to paper. You got to go out and you got to figure out how you're going to use the process. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it needs a little tweaking. So number 3 is modify. There's going to be times where you've paid attention, you implemented, but it didn't quite work out necessarily for you, so you modify it. And you take it and you're like, hey, the first way that I tried it didn't work for me. What do I got to do to fix it? You get the mentor, you get the coach, you get the trainer on the phone. You're like, hey, I took really good notes. This is what I did. This is the objection that I got. This is the problem that I had. This is like you writing things down. What do I got to do to fix it? PIM, okay? Right? That's how you do it. You pay attention, you implement, you modify. Pay attention, implement, modify. That's like the easiest way for you to have success skills, the easiest way for you to have traits. Like I could go on for hours about this, but there's no need because it's just like a very short lesson for you. You could figure out almost every one of your sales problems, almost every part of your sales sabotage is going to come down to, did you pay attention? Did you implement like you were told? And if you didn't implement like you were told and it caused some problems, what do you got to do to modify it? PIM, right? Pay attention, implement, modify. Those are like, every time I'm looking at a salesperson and I'm like, I'm in front of a room, a company pays me to come train their people, and I'm like, dude, you're not paying attention. How are you going to implement? How can you modify? This person's going to take up a ton of my life and a ton of my time because they're not really necessarily ready to be in the room. They're not necessarily ready to perform. It's just something you know. I see it a lot. Whether I'm the instructor or whether I'm the student, PIM. Pay attention, implement, modify. That's it. That's it. 3 things you need to know to be successful in sales. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it every time I send a video. You'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent another fantastic video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.